and the goddess centered lifestyle. It's all about reaching back to ancient times, bringing forth the wisdom, the might, and the power of modern times. And today, we, the G Hive, get together. Are you ready? Let's do this, G Hive. Y'all probably can't hear the music. I just realized I didn't turn the music on. So hello, how is everybody doing? I'm getting ready to turn the music on so we can dance, dance. Hold on, y'all. I just knew I was speaking over music. Oh my gosh, welcome to my world. Here we go. All right, Jihad, come on. It's time to show up, turn up, dance up. Buenos dias. How are you? Shannon said it was in her head. Oh, thank you, Mystic Storm. I'll turn it down. Tell you what, life is a modern day online YouTuber. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Good to see everybody. Don't forget to let me know what are you drinking this morning? I have my water. Oh, let me show you my cup. This is in honor of Black History Month. I have my NAACP. This is from the Tennessee State NAACP. Craig and I were active back in way long ago, the 90s. Once we got children, I was like, I don't have time to do all that. But there was a lady at the meeting who used to say the NAACP. So yeah, I'm drinking out of my Get Out the Vote mug. Yes, Black History Month, also election year. Stuff going on. So that's my inspiration. I have on my Juneteenth shirt. Yeah, feeling all of it, feeling all of it. So welcome to everyone who's here. I'll make sure I greet everyone as we go. And we're going to talk a little astrology. I'm going to do a reading. And that's probably all we're going to do today. I'm kind of on fumes. I went out of town to visit my dad. He's doing so much better, y'all. When I first got there, he was in the wheelchair wheeling around the kitchen. And then the rest of the weekend, he was pretty much just up walking whenever he wanted to do something. So he's a lot better. So just want to give y'all that update. Some of y'all are in my Mighty Networks, and I made a post talking about how frustrated I am with my dad's wife. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the universe just working stuff out. I'm not even I'm not trying to like make it so that she doesn't act mean to us or anything like that. I'm far beyond that. It's more of just being a harmonizer and keeping a bridge between me and my siblings and my dad. So it was an uneventful weekend, thank goodness. She was gone most of the weekend. For those of you who don't know, I don't actually care if my dad's with a woman or not. They've been together for almost 20 years, but the woman that he's with she's just not nice to us. I don't know. All of us have issues with her, and she does little things like try to make she'll say something negative about me and my one other brother to another brother, those kinds of things. Um, yeah, we kind of feel like she would prefer if we weren't around. And yeah, just been frustrated. And when I was going home, I was like, all right, I'm going off, but that's not me. I actually don't go off on people. So if you see me going off on somebody, things have spiraled out of control. So yeah, but I had a good time, real good time. So just want to let y'all know that. Um, and so yeah, but I'm a little bit on fumes. There was also a funeral that I attended for my niece's grandmother. So I'm just a little bit on fumes. So we're not going to stay on super long today. But let me just greet all of the G Hive. If you're new here, G Hive stands for Goddess Hive. This is a beautiful community. Welcome to all of the new sisters who are here. And also just greetings to all of the G Hive out there. Hi, Keita May. How are you? Glad you're here and still learning. Thank y'all. Y'all make me feel so good. Thank y'all. I'm so happy that y'all are here. Hi, Mystic Storm. Grand rising to the goddess Shannon. Oh, hey, Yoka Ikaro. I am so happy that you are here. Hello, Minister Eileen Sophia Oshun Kimmy. How are you? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Let me just make sure I haven't. Oh, there's Dark Diza. She made it this morning. Ah, buenos dias again. How are you, Goddess Courtney? Thank you. I feel pretty good. I fell asleep at about 8 o'clock last night. It was like all of it just crashed in on me. So thank you so much, Mystic Storm. Hi, Catherine. How are you, Queen? So good to see you. Let me make sure I don't miss. Okay, we have Cafecito. We have Shango. Okay, so still learning is drinking Shango, real apple and carrot juice, and water. She has a little cocktail setup going on. I hear that's still learning. I haven't had any apple carrot juice in a long, long time. That took me back right there. I was drinking using the juicer back in the 90s, and that was typically the main thing we were gonna make, apple carrot juice through the juicer. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Ah, thank you. Ah, yeah. It's hard. It is. Mm. I don't really call her stepmom. People describe her that way, but she's not my stepmom. My dad got with her when I was 36 years old. She did not raise me, and she just hasn't shown up like that. So in my mind, she's not my stepmom. She's my dad's wife. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the astrology. Y'all know that from time to time I'm involved in different events. So, hold on 1 second. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, here we go. So I just want to show y'all those really quickly. I have two in particular that I want to share with you all. Y'all already know I'm a part of the shift event. Mm, Uh, okay, let's see here. Mm, okay, I've just been clicking everywhere. Okay, so for the shift event, um, the I'm just gonna give this to y'all. I really have a separate link that kind of shows people are coming from me, but I told my friend Lisa, who's hosting the event, I'm just using the main link. So there was actually a kickoff on Monday. I was there for the first little part. I didn't stay the entire time, but I could tell it's amazing. And it was a lot of women there who are older, and it just you could just see the excitement. 40 plus women, a lot of us who are actually there who are part of guest teachers in the summit are 50 plus. I was like, wow, we got a lot of energy. We the new 50s for real. I thought the baby boomers were doing it up, but we are really doing it up. So this is still going on. You get to watch all of the recordings until the 23rd. So go on ahead and sign up for it. And the what I put in there is about the different astrological transits that happen for everyone. Doesn't matter what your age is, around 37 to 42, everyone's going to experience this. And, actually the 40s turned out to be a little bit more than I expected. I was like, wow, it's a lot going on in the 40s. No wonder for me, the 40s was kind of challenging. But it kind of helps in the acceptance of what you're experiencing. It kind of helps you to understand the mission. And there was yoga and dance and ceremony, just all kinds of speakers that will be there. So be sure to sign up for that. There's my picture. Yes, yes, yes. With my little necklace being all off center. So that's how you know it's really me. I That's how you know it's really me. If something's a little bit off with the fashion, that's Tyra. Also, I hope that we can begin to get other women who want to run women's circles. You don't have to be like me and turn it into a whole business model. Maybe you have a business, you want to integrate women's circle into your business model, or maybe you just want to be able to gather women where you live, um, and do circles that are meaningful, purposeful, not just a time where we're just kind of sitting around and either number one, have just having fun. We want something where we can go a little bit more in depth. That's one of the things that we want to do here. The other thing that we struggle with sister circles, I should say, is stuff be getting messy. Stuff get messy. Folks be giving unsolicited advice. They mean well, but so you want to gather the women, but you want to do it in a way that's meaningful, purposeful, and honestly spiritual. Not all the time does it have to be spiritual. The other thing I love about going through this process, for Sistership Circle, and y'all know I'm a trainer for this, so I'm actually one of the trainers. If you decide you want to do this, you could choose to train with. But it was a very big transformation within myself. So you could just go through this for personal development. So I'm going to share my special link with you all. It's also in the description box, but well, I think this one is. I might have to put that one in the description box, but I invite you all to at least come to the Rise event, is what we call it. It's all about stepping into your leadership as a woman, doing whatever it is that you are called to do. It helps to strengthen us, especially from a feminine place. So mark your calendars, March 15th through the 16th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Pacific time. Okay. Pacific time. So, yeah, this is the company that I am a trainer for. This is Tanya. She's the founder and creator of the of Sistership Circle. And so, yeah, join us. All righty. Let me see. What are y'all saying? Yes, I have some Sistership Circle sisters here. Ramen noodles. Okay, so you read the email. Yes, Rise Sisters Rise. Shannon is also a certified Women's Circle facilitator. And Ocean Kimmy, Minister Ocean Kimmy, is also a certified Women's Circle facilitator. So yeah, it's a powerful organization. The support is hands down the best. I love, love, love. Y'all know I'm deep into Sistership Circle as a trainer. Okay, so let's look at a little bit at the astrology. I haven't heard from anybody about that new moon last week. How was that new moon for everybody? Um, I don't, if nothing really stands out. It was a little bit of a hectic day, I think, if I remember correctly. But overall, I really love that moon. I know it went straight into a void moon time or whatever, but yeah, that was, oh, I know what I was gonna say. The circle that I held last week for that new moon was amazing. We focused on Queen Mother Nanny out of Jamaica in the Maroons, and we focused on getting liberated and stepping more into our wild woman. It was amazing. I really liked what I came up with. Mm. Oh, okay. I understand. I understand. Still learning. Let me go back and see. So the new moon sucked for you, Shannon? I'm definitely in the building. It was a great experience for me the last time I attended. Awesome. Ah, okay. All righty. New moon got you back on track. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, the new moon in Aquarius, I really do think it's gonna have far-reaching effects. And so I hope that you all set new moon intentions. If you didn't, go ahead and set some new moon intentions. I don't care that the new moon is already passed. Set those new moon intentions because that moon, I think that moon is gonna be giving. Okay, today is the 14th. So this is a big day. Did anything happen? Oh, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I said when Mars gets late into right before it goes into Aquarius, a lot of times something pops off. Now, y'all may know more than me, but y'all, I heard about the woman that went into the church that Joel Osteen is a pastor of, and was, I guess she was shooting, but she ended up getting shot. I think it was her child who got shot. It's always something about Mars getting like right before it's about to cross over, something happens. And it might be something else, I haven't been paying full attention to the news, but yeah. So we have Mars conjunct Pluto. So this is setting off a new 2-year period. We talked about this last week. But Mars conjunct Pluto, I want y'all to look at this as a time for you to own your power in some kind of way. Both of these are very powerful planets. So I want you to own your power. I want you to have the ability to dig deep within your soul when there's something you need to do. It could be something hard. It could be something, one of the things that came out of me looking at the new moon energy was Aquarius new moon is asking us to be brave. And so this Mars conjunct Pluto, renew your commitment to being brave. Renew your commitment to digging deep and doing whatever you need to do. It could be an internal transformation. It could be just some action that you have to take to just get done whatever it is that you are being called to get done. So, yeah, Mars conjunct Pluto. It's a day of intensity. We could feel like we have energy. Maybe that's why I feel like I have energy. I was a little bit nervous about this, but yesterday I pretty much crashed. But, with Mars conjunct Pluto today, Mars is a very important planet to me. Maybe I'm feeling recharged and regenerated. So that's something else. You can actually use this to like recharge and regenerate yourself um, this week, but also over the next 2 years. They're conjuncting in Aquarius. So there's something that is going to happen for the next 2 years, something new kicking off. Woo, okay. Let me take this in. Something new kicking off that can potentially last you for 2 years. So I say be conscious and mindful about what kicks off. Um, Otherwise, it's kind of like once that cycle gets started, you just kind of stuck with it. So Aquarius is definitely something about progress. So maybe it's like you want to make progress for the next 2 years about what? Maybe it's something about using technology, having something that's broadcasting a message, working in the community, becoming a part of the community. Like some of y'all are going to find yourselves meeting some new people, and you'll see there's going to be a 2-year cycle. It could be a new group that you become a part of. It's a new cycle that's kicking off for you in this new group. And in 2 years, it'll be over. Maybe not your time with the group, but it's kind of like a new purpose will be established in 2 years. This might explain why I keep feeling like every 2 years I need to make a change in my business. So that's why I was like, wow, that's good to know. Aquarius is something that we'll see last for 2 years. Maybe something in 2 years' time, we're gonna I don't know how to explain it, but because I don't know what it is. but something could be kicking off right now. Something around it could be something around the wars because Mars is a sign of violence, to be honest with you, or a planet of violence. But Mars is innovation. So it's something about because it's in Aquarius. I think it's something about innovation and maybe even the way that we see governments. I don't all the time like hearing people talk about that because they'll talk about what's going to change and then nothing happens. But it could be that because Aquarius is the sign where it's like it's like sort of like democracy, but sort of like socialism, democracy in the sense that everyone gets a vote. Everyone's voices gets heard. It's the sign of the people. And Pluto is power. So putting power in the people's hands, it could just change the way societies are run, where it actually is the voices of the people. Because y'all see, I want y'all to think about something. I want to show you something. So for the United States, in particular, I know, I probably sound like a very arrogant American, always talking about the United States, but it's what I know. So Pluto, when the United States was first established as a country, Pluto was right at the last little bit of Capricorn. So, we think about Capricorn being the sign of governments. And so Pluto being there created a whole new entity, a whole new government called the United States. And so, but shortly after, so had Pluto been anywhere, further up in the early stages of the country, this would be a different place, okay? But Pluto shortly thereafter went into Aquarius. And so this is one of the reasons why the United States is so known for democracy, right? So here we've had our Pluto return. Most of us feel like the country is not in shambles, but the humans within the country, we are a country that is we're a trip right now. I don't want to speak we are country divided because it's just making us more divided, but we all know what's going on here. Um a- and so now that Pluto is going into Aquarius, I just feel like this notion of the democracy and power to the people, the power needs to be in the hands of the people and not in the hands of the like a monarch. It's gonna come through. It's really gonna come through. So this next 2 years, I can imagine it's just like last week when I spoke. When I see things like this, it's what makes me know whoever wins in a lot of these elections, they're gonna be more like Aquarius. Now, I love Capricorn, there's no disrespect to Capricorns, but Capricorn is a little bit of an oppressive energy. Um, I guess all of them have the ability all signs have the ability to be oppressive, but Capricorn is kinda known for it. Um, so, that's Capricorn, but this Aquarius is like rebellion. We're breaking free, we're breaking loose. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. It's kind of why we are the way that we are. So, it makes me feel like we're headed in a new direction, a futuristic direction. And it's a direction that actually it's hard for me as a Black woman to actually say this and feel like, "Oh, yeah, for sure it's gonna happen." But astrologically, I could say we actually gonna move to a more progressive, open world in general, I think. One where people can be a part of technology. So both of these planets, I'm going on and on like this because we need to be seizing the opportunity. I think I put a video out or a graphic out last week where I was saying we're like right now for real, we are the pioneers. We are pioneering. And this is why we need to be brave and be taking advantage of the opportunities that are here. They may be new, they may be different, but now is the time. Everything in an online world to a large extent is just new. So it's our time to be able to have our part, to be wealthy if we want to, So many people, it's like if you can get your hands on some technology, you might be able to get yourself to a place where you do not have to be, using your physical body so much. I think about people maybe who have to do more work like on a farm or something. If that's not what they really want to do, they're just forced to do it. Or people who live in countries that don't do a lot, or the countries don't have a lot of money to make sure everybody has food to eat. It's a lot of poverty there. They get their hands on technology, it levels the playing field. The internet is leveling the playing field. And so I just think for the next 2 years with this, Mars meeting with Pluto, we're gonna see, like, our culture being revolutionized in a way that we've seen it. We've already seen it. It's just gonna be a little bit more. So hope that makes sense. So that brings a lot of energy to this week. It's quite a bit of energy because we have Mercury square Uranus. So that can make it feel like Mercury retrograde. Okay. Um, you definitely have to be cautious of um, technology going wrong. But the other thing too is even with this Mars conjunct Pluto, Venus moving into Aquarius, Venus conjunct Pluto, the sun is still there, until the 18th. Um, Mercury is in Aquarius. You have to open yourself up to the unexpected. Unexpected things will happen. And it's kind of like you just want to leave yourself to be kind of flexible to embrace them, to go with it, to rock with it, roll with it. So, that's something else. And I want y'all to see this as a time of opportunity, to be honest with you. Could be surprise opportunities show up, and you want to be able to just say, okay, I may not know exactly how this is going to play out, but I see this as an opportunity that is good for me. Also, we could see some energy of let's see here. I really do think we could hear something about money, the banking and finance um, industry. Either I don't know if people are going if it's going to be some kind of news about it, or if it's going to be I don't know, maybe we're just all talking about it, but it's probably something is going to come out about the banking industry, and it'll be unfavorable news for somebody. And I just say that because of how they're meeting. I kind of hope it's the media ratting out the banks in some kind of way. Um, or the other topic, it could be something about the earth could happen. Maybe it's going to be super windy, could be some um lots of thunderstorms. Something could go a little bit haywire. And let's see, is there anything else I want to say about Mercury square, or just news about the earth, news about something going on with Mother Earth? Um, could be advocates. We see people who advocate for the earth, they're really in the news or something like that. So Venus goes into Aquarius on Friday. Wow. So Venus in Capricorn, maybe we really loved working hard. Capricorn, while Venus was there, we could have felt like, man, I am so productive. But with Venus going into Aquarius, a lot of times I see that as a time where women are like, you know what? We're getting ready to talk about our rights. And everybody's going to sit down and you're going to listen to what we have to say. Women are going to be rebellious. Another thing too is women will feel like, I just want to be free and I want to be liberated. And I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. Or, I'm living according to my own truth, that kind of thing. So it can make us feel a little bit of rebellious and vocal about it as women. Maybe we'll see women out in the streets protesting or something like that, because Venus is women. That's why I keep saying women. It could create some challenges in relationships. I'm just being 100 because Aquarius is detached. And so Venus in Aquarius, first of all, Venus in Capricorn, most of us have not been super emotional because Venus can have to do with the emotions. Venus in Aquarius, definitely not emotional. Venus in Aquarius, definitely not emotional. And it kind of makes people want to have room and space. It's kind of like, I just need to be able to be me in the relationship, or I don't want to just always hang out with my partner. It could just be in relationships in general, but definitely when it comes to love, some folks might be breaking up or having conversations around we need to make sure we understand we're a Venn diagram. That's how I describe relationships. The relationship part is the overlap, but it's two individual people and they need to keep that part alive and well. We should not be doing everything together as a couple. That's the old way of thinking about couples, new way of thinking about couples. Baby, you go do what you want to do when you want to do it. I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it, and then we'll have the things that we do together. But I don't need you to be everywhere that I am. I also think Venus moving into Aquarius can help us to step into being having that adventurous energy that you need to manifest what you want. So that's I like that. I like Venus in Aquarius. Oh, one last thing I always love saying, when Venus moves into a new sign, it kind of dictates what fashion will look like for a little while, or maybe it's like what part of fashion is highlighted. And so Aquarius is things that are different and unique and wild and quirky. The Aquarius is like this sign of being quirky and weird and out of space. So it could be things like that are highlighted. We might see a lot of like electric cerulean blue or silvers, anything with thunder and lightning. I don't know, just bizarre looking fashion could come in. I do want to say Venus and Aquarius, going back to relationships, it could bring in a relationship all of a sudden. Just all of a sudden, a lot of times we think about love, some love interest might show up. May not last long, but it could. Don't be surprised if you have like a 3-week flame or something like that. It could be a good time to actually be online dating apps. I don't know anything about them, so don't get on them unless you really want to. But if you're on the online dating app, then I just want to encourage you to um, see what is there a difference while Venus is there. She'll be there for about 3 weeks. And I do want to backtrack for anybody who hangs out with their significant other all the time. No judgment. It's no judgment, because I know it's people like that, and that's okay. I'm not that way, but it really is okay. I don't like to feel like I'm judging people. I'm dealing with my judgy nature. That's something I gotta get to chill out. So yeah, just Venus conjunct Pluto, that's bringing this energy of empowerment. It kind of goes back to what I was saying, and it's kicking off a year, about 15-month um, time period. So it'll be interesting. So where now, let me tell you something. Venus conjunct Pluto also can have to do with money. So I want anyone who wants more money or something new and better going on with their money to revisit your intentions around money or set new ones with this Venus conjunct Pluto. Okay. Because that can help you make more money. Both of those have to do with yeah, with money. Pluto has to do with a lot of money. Venus also has to do with manifestation. Pluto has to do with power. And it's kind of like, stepping into your power to manifest what you need to manifest. So I love, love, love Venus conjunct Pluto. Pluto's rough though, y'all. 'Cause this all this energy conjuncted Pluto is like, baby, I'm getting ready to make something crash and burn. Because guess what? You need to change. So with grace and ease, Pluto, we just say it with grace and ease. Ooh, be gentle with us, Pluto. Okay. Then on Sunday, woohoo, Team Pisces in the house. It's gonna be our season, Pisces. It's gonna be our season. Woohoo. 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 Okay, let's see here. So yeah, Sun and Pisces. And yeah. I think I'm just gonna make a separate video on that one because I've been looking for some videos that I can make. I'll just make a whole separate video on Sun and Pisces and its meaning. But come on, y'all. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. So there's probably something we definitely need to be wrapping up. Do you need to be liberated from something? Do you need a rebirth? Well, Pisces is the time just before the rebirth happens. So you can definitely use it as a time of rebirth. Mm-mm-mm. And then the true node conjunct Chiron. We're really probably already feeling this because they're so close together. And we'll feel it, for a couple of weeks at the very least, beyond the 19th of February. But one thing is for sure, this is a healing time. I honestly believe that all the hurts and all the pains, okay, y'all, I might get a little controversial here, but I'm gonna talk about Monique. All right. I watched the Club Shay Shay video. I have reserved judging Monique in the past. I don't all the time agree. Like when she was talking about the young women with the bonnets, even though that's probably something I would teach my daughter if I had one. Um, I don't know, this new generation, they got their own rules. And just like my generation had its own rules. And eventually we all are kind of like, you know what, them old ladies knew what they were talking about. Let me go do what them old ladies were doing. They gonna catch it. Y'all young women gonna catch it. Y'all gonna be like, you know what? I used to see them 50, 60 plus women doing whatever. And now I see why. Right. So my thing is I don't always need to be chastising. Well, she said what she thought was good or whatever, but I'm just saying I don't always agree with Monique. Um, but I don't judge Monique. I don't really know what's going on. So it's just like, all right, I'm not gonna judge her. I listened to Club Shay Shay. She kind of had won me over. She kind of had won me over. But then I listened to a little video where she was talking about where she was on stage just before Cat Williams was coming on stage. And I thought, okay, Monique, you've been on Club Shay Shay. Now you're on stage in front of Cat Williams and you keep talking about the same people. At some point, this is gonna run out. And I want to see what's your comedy set after that, right? I appreciate Monique speaking her truth and sharing what I think a lot of people agree with her on. Um, then I saw a video of her son saying, "Okay, I heard my mom mention me in the interview, so I want to release her from having to ever say that again." That was interesting to me. That he's like, "I'm going to come on record and say neither one of us is trying to fix this, so there's no need for her to even talk about this anymore." And then I saw on the Breakfast Club, I think it was Charlemagne, was like, "Okay, I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna say it publicly. I'm sorry," because she mentioned them, kind of sniped them a little bit in the Club Shay Shay interview. And he was like, I want to say this publicly. I'm sorry, I was wrong. They went on and on and on. I mean, this was maybe like a 10-minute video. And he essentially was like, I want to be on record that I apologized and I said I was wrong for what happened with Monique. And the reason I'm saying this is because, Monique said she's going to continue to talk about Tyler Perry until he apologizes. And immediately I felt something in my body like, I don't know if I would do that. And then DL Hughley, was saying that she is just bitter. Where's her work? If she spent as much energy in, crafting her, doing her craft as she is with complaining, then, maybe things would be different for her. I'm not saying I agree with DL. I think Monique gets to say what Monique wants to say. But his point actually is kind of well taken. And I think the point that I'm making is we know Monique has been talking about this for years to a certain degree because, she lost a lot of money to a certain degree because no one was listening to her. And now more and more people are starting to say it. So she's coming back, keeping with this story, whatever. But this true node conjunct Chiron is what I think could help people like Monique, which is everybody, to be honest with you. All of us have some story we keep going on and on and on about. Well, this happened, and this is why I am still hurt by what happened. and you just want to talk about it and talk about it. And it may not be anything that you talk about out loud, but you know what's going around in your head, because I know what's going on in my head. I know what happens when I see certain people and I'm just like, I still don't like you, you know? And I can remember everything they did that made me say I didn't like them. Very few people in that category, maybe one or two. But this true node, conjunct Chiron, has the possibility to free us completely and totally, or to take the healing to a higher level where that that person, that situation that hurt you isn't living rent free in your head anymore. The sun is in Pisces when this happens. There was something else that I think the moon is in Cancer somewhere around that time, because I wrote up something for the membership about that. Um, and I was like, this is going to be an exceedingly healing time for us. And so you can kick off, because I want y'all to think about something. Well, I don't know. True Node conjunct Chiron. I don't know if they meet every 18, 19 years, but typically, um, wherever the conjunction is, it's going to be for 18, 19 years. So they won't conjunct again in Aries, but 9 years from now, and then 18 years from now, when the true node is back in Chiron, there's going to be some healing a lot of us are culminating. All right. So it's kicking off a new phase of healing, and we'll see the results of it. Or I don't know. It's like we're going to really be able to do some deep, deep healing work. And it's the kind of healing work that turns a wound into wisdom. Okay. It liberates you so that you have a lesson. All right. So I want y'all to really open yourself up. Now, the other thing about this is it can actually be very painful. Chiron is where you got a wound. Okay. So it could initially feel very painful, but in the end, you'll just be like, but I see it in a new way and I'm more empowered as a result of it. It could be something that happened to your body. Because it's happening in Aries. It could be, yeah, something around the body, your health, even from childhood, maybe babyhood, because actually, Aries is the sign of the infant. So let's see here. Tuesday and Wednesday, we get a little bit of a break. Then Venus conjuncts next Thursday. So I think that, both of these weeks, they could feel a little bit challenging, but I think that you can get a lot done. I'm going to say it that way. I think you can get a lot done, but it is this energy of new beginnings already kicking off before spring, right? We got a lot of new beginning energy kicking off. So you just want to open yourself up to what new things are coming to you from now through the end of the month. And then next month, uh, we do have an eclipse. So next month, not too bad. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see what y'all are talking about. I've been looking at the astrology just okay, so new moon was good for Keto May. Yeah. Mars and Pluto, yes. And then still learning, remember Venus conjunct Pluto. But maybe it could just be a new beginning of some sort, a new phase of the relationship. Good for your good for you standing up for yourself. Congratulations. That's right. Work with this Aquarius energy. Work with this Aquarius energy. Mhm. Yeah, we're not gonna feel wrong. Mm-mm. Yeah. The cap can make you feel shame. I did not realize I still had this music by Sharkey up. Sharkey is rolling with us today. So if you watching or read, Sharkey has gotten a lot of advertisement today. kind of lost my place. Hey, Virgo Bliss, how are you? Hello, Felicia. Zay's birthday is Sunday, and he's really in his Pisces right now. I'm so happy you brought that up because that was something I wanted to share. I have actually been feeling a little bit blue here lately. I've been feeling a little bit like, I don't know, just sad, kind of down on myself. And it hit me this morning. Oh, my birthday is less than 4 weeks away. I'm having the pre birthday blues. And so in astrology, I say anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before your birthday, if you feel a little bit blue, it's just because the solar return means that the sun is meeting your sun. The sun in the sky is meeting your sun on your birth chart. And so once the sun meets, that's energy. You notice people when they have their birthday, it's like, they just come to life, right? But leading up to the birthday, maybe a day before, day of, 2 days afterwards, um, that's when the energy comes. But prior to that, you could feel sad, you could feel blue. And with him being a Pisces, oh my gosh. Tell him we said happy birthday. Tell him his internet auntie said happy birthday. Hi, Fallon. How are you? Yeah, Monique's son went viral yesterday. Yeah. I think that Monique is free to say whatever she wants, but I was happy to have both sides of the story. I was like, but yeah, I think you are right at the end. He did say, leave me out of it. Leave my name out your mouth. Yes. So, so good, Dark Diza. That makes me feel happy to hear that. You need that, sis. You deserve that. Catherine, the new moon brought some conclusions for some concerns you've had. Okay. I'm happy about that. Hi, EM. Good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I was just talking to a mom the other day about having a teen. They are interesting humans. They are very interesting humans. Okay, goddesses, let me do a reading for all of us. Oh, I hope you get some rest today, Fallon. I hope you're able to get some rest. I know you've been busy. I call Fallon Tech Moses. She is the queen of tech. Well, actually, she's more of like making sure that Black and Brown communities have tech, have access to internet, the training that we need to have, making technology a way of life for us as well as everyone else so that we can all benefit from it. That's why I was like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is an amazing time to be on the cutting edge. I know folks think YouTube is old. YouTube is not old compared to some of these other professions out there. Anywho, Fallon is definitely somebody to watch. I keep saying I'm going to have her come on. I got to just get myself organized to start bringing guests onto the channel because I really want her and some other women who are into technology, tech advocacy, those kinds of things, tech empowerment, whatever the terms are you can use, tech activism. I want them to come on because we need to be a part of that as women. All right. Okay. So the first card I'm pulling, I think I'm going to do two. This is interesting. The first card I pulled, very, very interesting. Give me one more. What energy? Interesting. Y'all ready? I pulled waning crescent and I pulled waxing crescent. Isn't that interesting? So the crescent moon means the same thing, but if it's waning, it's one thing. If it's waxing, it's another. but it's right there close to the new moon, either on the backside, like coming into the new moon, on the other side of it, coming out of the new moon. The crescent moon is the moon on either side of the new moon. And so the first card that we pulled is the waning crescent. And this is wisdom for you over the next week. So we already know what the astrology says. Seemed like we pulled this one last week. Did we pull this one last week? Does anyone remember? Mm. Tecmozetta. That's what I call her, Tecmozetta. Okay, so the waning card is a magical card indeed, indicating a time of psychic visions, prophetic dreams, and spooky experiences. I actually had a dream about my mom last night. It is a liminal time as the moon makes the journey from the end current cycle towards the next. Therefore, it suggests a time of transition. And we've talked about that. We have these new beginnings happening, and the transition is ending one cycle, going into the new cycle. So, for instance, Mars conjunct Pluto today, or Venus conjunct Pluto, Mars going into Aquarius, Venus going into Aquarius. Okay. Next week, Venus conjuncting Mars. This is a time of transition. It is a period of leaving the past behind, okay, but taking the lessons you learned with you as you move forward into a new phase in your life with greater wisdom than you had before. Can we say true node conjunct Chiron? We just talked about that. This is a time of healing and magic, of dream work and self reflection. When you pull this card, it can mean that you are still feeling the pain of old wounds and scars, that you're not fully healed. So be gentle with yourself. A paper cut takes seconds to inflict, but days to heal. So just give yourself the time needed to get over any old injury, be this physical or emotional, and take positive steps such as counseling towards better mental health and emotional intelligence. So I like this part right here for the next week. This card is also one of strong enchantment. And if you pulled it as your personal card, it would suggest that you have an affinity for magic and spell casting. I actually created a spell, uh, I think two yesterday. I need to start writing all my little spells down. I don't even try, but I was like, ooh, that rhymed. And I know they don't always have to rhyme, Shannon, but I was feeling like, wow, I know how to create spells. So magic and spell casting, for your benefit, of course. The waning crescent has very protective energy. So listen up, sisters. Know that you are guarded on your magical path. What? What? Yes, we are in the new moon energy, moon sandwich. Yes, moon sandwich. I love that so much. So yeah, this first card kind of makes me feel like we're on the right track with the astrology. Give me a third card. I'm going to do a third card. Okay. So then the second card, I pulled the waxing crescent moon. And okay, we'll do the waxing crescent moon. I personally love the waxing crescent moon because sometimes when we come out of that new moon, baby, you got to sit down and you got to get things decent and in order. You need to regroup. You need to make sure you got the right plan. And that's what the waxing crescent moon is all about. It's actually a little bit, not a little bit, it is a passive moon phase. And passive means that, there's something about the need for rest. And you're taking the rest just so you can kind of regroup and maybe map out what you're going to do moving forward, or maybe you're going to like retool it and something, retool the plan. So let's see what this book has to say. Waxing crescent. This one has to do with serendipity. These are keywords, motivation, and change. It says the waxing crescent moon is a dynamic card of movement. Now, I love this next one. Your path is being smoothed out before you, and it may start to feel like heaven and earth are being moved in your favor. Come on, universe, rain that down on the Jihad. We take it, we receive it. Come on, universe, Jihad, receive it with me. We're going to say this again. Your path is being smoothed out before you, and it may start to feel like heaven and earth are being moved in your favor. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, um, things will begin to fall into place quite naturally, and you are safe to let this happen. Let me repeat that again. You are safe to let things fall into place easily and effortlessly, sisters. All right. Thank you, priestess. Thank you, priestess. Okay. So look out for happy coincidences and serendipity, for they tend to occur when this card turns up. It is also a card of trust, and you need to believe that things are changing for your better. So let me say that again. It is a card of trust, and you need to believe that things are changing for the better. Who receives that? Hasheo. While any kind of change can be unsettling, the changes indicated by this card are positive ones. You're being asked to take positive action towards your goals and maintain your motivation. Even small steps will get you somewhere. So take whatever action you can take right now to move your dreams closer to reality. This could be something as simple as a web search, a phone call, an email, but do something now while the current energies are on your side. Although you might not be able to see the clear path ahead, taking a few decisive steps forward will help you in the overall manifestation process. So, take action and bring your goals to fruition. With all this Mars energy, I think we'll be taking action. So, the wind is behind your back. The wind is behind your back. So, I really do believe that's what we need to do. And guess what? The outcome is going to be metamorphic. But this is what we're being called to do. Claimed. Ashe. I receive with grace and ease. Ashe. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so I love that. I feel chills after reading y'all's words. Okay. Woo. So y'all told y'all with all this Pluto energy, transformation abounds. So this metamorphic, and I don't know if you can see there's butterflies on there. God. Metamorphic. What are the key words? So this is where we're headed. Trapped, hardship, transformation. This card indicates that you are entering a transformation through darkness. Something will occur that will change you on a deep and profound level. That's so much of what we see in the astrology this week. There will be a chrysalis stage where you may feel trapped or powerless, but rest assured this is temporary. Soon you will emerge from the dark chrysalis like the moth. You will be free. You will be free to try the new wings that you have gained. This can be a tricky card indicating a time of hardships, difficulty, or ill health. Know that you're growing in strength and resilience. Now, that is that Pluto energy we're seeing throughout this process, and that you will be wiser than you were before by the end of it. It is a temporary shadow that hangs over you. And while it can be tough to navigate, it won't last forever. Take a tip from the moth and look for any glimmer of light you might get through the darkness. So I guess these are moths. Look like butterflies, but one of them does look like a moth. So every card is pretty much like what we saw in the astrology. So they are definitely aligned. Boom, grace and ease. That's right. Oh, you're so good. Yes, you saw a dragonfly. That's exactly right. Oh, okay. Interesting. So just to once again invite you all, if anyone new is here, to join us in the shift event. And I kind of was thinking that metamorphic time is very similar to aging. And it starts in the 40s. You'll learn about that in my session in the shift event. So make sure you check that out. And then we are also wanting to help more women become certified Women's Circle facilitators through Sistership Circle. Y'all know I'm a trainer for Sistership Circle. I help women learn how to run their own circles. So for sure, um, join us on March 15th through the 16th. Just go on ahead and register, and you'll love the experience. You'll love the experience. So thank you all so much for being here. I have had a wonderful time today, and I look forward to coming back next week. I will make that video about Pisces and the sun. I'll probably put it out. Maybe I'll put it out on the 18th, just in time for Pisces or the sun to go into Pisces. But yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. I would love it if you would like the video, share the video. It's all about helping us get as many women aligned with their feminine power and their destiny as possible. So every time you like the video, share the video, it really does help the mission of helping all of us gorgeous goddesses out there. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. Peace.